Listen carefully. This might be the most important thing you hear today. There's a question I've been sitting with lately.
What is it?
Who are you, really?
That sounds simple, but it's not.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Most people would answer with their job or where they're from.
But that's not really who they are.
So, what is identity then?
I think it's everything beneath the surface.
Like,
Your thoughts, your fears, your patterns.
the things you don't usually show.
Exactly.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it's real.
Why do you think people avoid this?
Because once you see yourself clearly, you can't lie to yourself anymore.
That's scary,
It is.
because then you have to face things you've ignored.
Yeah, the habits, the excuses, the truth.
But awareness is a good thing, right?
It's everything.
Why?
Because you can't change what you don't see.
That makes sense.
Once you become aware, you start noticing your reactions.
Like when you get triggered,
Exactly.
instead of just reacting, you understand it.
So awareness helps you change.
Yeah, slowly.
How?
You start questioning your patterns.
Like, why do I always do this?
Exactly.
And then?
Then you choose differently.
So, when Socrates said, know thyself, he meant all of this?
Yeah, not just knowing your name or your story.
But understanding your mind.
Your habits, your emotions, your truth.
I think I've been avoiding that.
Most people do.
But I don't want to anymore.
That's the first step.
It doesn't feel easy.
It's not supposed to be,
Knowing yourself isn't comfortable.
but it's necessary.
Because once you see clearly,
You can finally change.
and maybe,
That's where everything begins.
let me ask you something.
Yeah?
How much of your day is just thinking?
Honestly, almost all of it,
Exactly.
but we don't really notice it.
That's the problem.
So, what's the connection?
Marcus Aurelius said something powerful. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts.
So, thoughts create your reality.
In a way, yes.
That's a bit scary.
It is, because most of our thoughts are automatic.
You mean like overthinking?
Yeah, and self-doubt.
Like when your mind keeps saying you're not good enough?
Exactly.
And after a while, you start believing it.
That's how patterns form.
So, what do you do about it?
You question your thoughts.
Like, challenge them?
Yeah,
Instead of accepting everything your mind says as truth.
exactly.
But can you really choose your thoughts?
Not all of them.
Then what can you control?
What you focus on.
That makes sense.
And over time, that changes how you think.
So it's not instant,
No,
it's gradual.
like training your mind.
That actually sounds powerful. I think I've been too hard on myself,
A lot of people are.
and I didn't even realize it.
That's how it works.
Your mind is always speaking.
The question is,
Are you listening?
or are you choosing?
Because in the end,
You become.
what you think.
Can I ask you something simple?
Yeah,
Can I ask you something simple?
yeah.
Where is your mind right now?
Not here, honestly.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about something earlier.
exactly.
It's weird, we're always somewhere else.
Either in the past,
Or in the future.
rarely in the present.
Why do you think that is?
Because the mind doesn't like stillness.
Eckhart Tolle talks about this, right?
Yeah, he says, The present moment is all you ever have,
That sounds simple.
but living it is different.
Yeah, because we're always thinking ahead.
What happens when we're never present?
We miss life.
That's deep. Think about it. You're eating, but thinking about work.
Or talking to someone, but distracted.
Exactly.
So, how do you actually stay present?
You don't force it.
Then what?
You notice
Notice what?
your breath, your body, the moment.
That sounds peaceful,
It is.
but also unfamiliar.
Because we're not used to being still.
I think I've been living too much in my head,
Most people do.
and not enough in the moment.
Yeah. Life isn't happening in the past.
Or in the future,
It's happening right now.
in this moment.
And if you miss it,
You miss everything.
let me ask you something.
Yeah?
When things get uncomfortable, what do you usually do?
I try to avoid it
Most people do.
because it doesn't feel good.
Exactly.
But discomfort isn't always bad, right?
Not at all.
Then why does it feel that way?
Because it challenges you.
Pushes you out of what's familiar.
And that's where growth begins.
That reminds me of Nietzsche.
Yeah,
What does not kill me makes me stronger,
a powerful idea.
but also a hard one to accept.
Think about the hardest moments in your life.
Yeah,
Did they change you?
they did.
That's the point.
So pain teaches?
If you're willing to learn,
But what if you don't want to go through it?
you don't have to want it.
Then what?
You accept that it's part of the process.
That's hard.
Growth always is.
So instead of running away,
You lean into it.
face it?
Yeah,
Even when it's uncomfortable?
especially then.
I think I've been avoiding things I needed to face
A lot of people do.
because it's easier.
But it keeps you the same.
Comfort keeps you where you are.
Discomfort changes you.
And if you're willing to go through it,
You become stronger.
not overnight,
But over time,
and one day,
you'll realize
that the hardest moments,
were the ones that built you. Can I ask you something?
yeah,
Have you ever felt like things should be different?
all the time,
Like people should act better?
or situations should improve.
Exactly.
But most of the time,
We wait.
yeah, we expect someone else to fix it.
Or we blame the situation.
That's true.
Gandhi said something powerful.
Be the change you wish to see in the world,
Simple words.
but not easy to live by.
Because it shifts the focus.
From others to yourself.
Exactly.
Instead of asking, why is this happening?
You ask, what can I do?
But what if it feels too small?
Change always starts small.
Like what?
The way you speak, the way you react, the way you treat people.
That actually makes sense,
It's about taking responsibility.
even when it's easier not to.
Yeah,
That takes discipline.
and awareness.
I think I've been waiting too much,
Most people do.
waiting for the right time.
Or the right situation.
But maybe it starts now.
Change doesn't begin out there.
It begins with you,
In small moments.
in daily choices.
And over time.
Those choices become who you are.
So if you want a different world,
Start by becoming different yourself.